Hello, everyone. Welcome to our video where we explore many words that will expand your vocabulary and stimulate your mind. Whether you're a student, a writer, or simply a lover of language, this video is for you. Let's dive into these fascinating words and discover their meanings together. Enjoy! Admire.
She admires. She admires the artwork. She admires the artwork displayed in the gallery.
Definition of admire.
Regard with respect or warm approval.
Appreciate.
He appreciates. He appreciates the support. He appreciates the support from his friends.
Definition of appreciates.
Recognize the full worth of something.
Anticipate.
They anticipate. They anticipate the event. They anticipate the event with excitement.
Definition of anticipates.
Expect or predict.
Celebrate.
We celebrate. We celebrate the achievement. We celebrate the achievement with a party.
Definition of celebrates.
Acknowledge with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Cherish.
You cherish. You cherish the memories. You cherish the memories of childhood.
Definition of cherishes.
Protect and care for lovingly.
Consider.
I consider. I consider the options. I consider the options before deciding.
Definition of considers.
Think carefully about something, typically before making a decision.
Debate.
She debates. She debates the topic. She debates the topic passionately.
Definition of debates.
Argue about a subject, especially in a formal manner.
Decipher.
He deciphers. He deciphers the code. He deciphers the code successfully.
Definition of deciphers.
Convert a text written in code into normal language.
Deliberate.
They deliberate. They deliberate the issue. They deliberate the issue thoroughly.
Definition of deliberates.
Engage in long and careful consideration.
Discuss.
We discuss. We discuss the plan. We discuss the plan over coffee.
Definition of discusses.
Talk about something with another person or a group.
Evaluate.
You evaluate. You evaluate the situation. You evaluate the situation critically.
Definition of evaluates.
Form an idea of the amount, number, or value of something.
Examine.
I examine. I examine the document. I examine the document closely.
Definition of examines.
Inspect someone or something in detail to determine their nature or condition.
Explore.
She explores. She explores the cave. She explores the cave carefully.
Definition of explores.
Travel through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it.
Fathom.
He fathoms. He fathoms the mystery. He fathoms the mystery behind the event.
Definition of fathoms.
Understand after much thought.
Grasp.
They grasp. They grasp the concept. They grasp the concept quickly.
Definition of grasps.
Comprehend fully.
Hypothesize.
We hypothesize. We hypothesize a solution. We hypothesize a solution to the problem.
Definition of hypothesizes.
Put forward a theory or explanation based on limited evidence.
Imagine.
You imagine. You imagine the possibilities. You imagine the possibilities vividly.
Definition of imagines.
Form a mental image or concept of.
Inquire.
I inquire. I inquire about the status. I inquire about the status of my application.
Definition of inquires.
Ask for information.
Inspect.
She inspects. She inspects the building. She inspects the building thoroughly.
Definition of inspects.
Look at something closely, typically to assess its condition.
Interpret.
He interprets. He interprets the data. He interprets the data accurately.
Definition of interprets.
Explain the meaning of information or actions.
Investigate.
They investigate. They investigate the crime. They investigate the crime scene.
Definition of investigates.
Carry out a systematic or formal inquiry to discover and examine the facts.
Judge.
We judge. We judge the competition. We judge the competition fairly.
Definition of judges.
Form an opinion or conclusion about something.
Mull.
You mull. You mull over the idea. You mull over the idea for days.
Definition of mulls.
Think about a fact, proposal, or request deeply and at length.
Observe.
I observe. I observe the behavior. I observe the behavior of the animals.
Definition of observes.
Notice or perceive something and register it as significant.
Ponder.
She ponders. She ponders the question. She ponders the question carefully.
Definition of ponders.
Think about something carefully, especially before making a decision.
Question.
He questions. He questions the motives. He questions the motives behind the actions.
Definition of questions.
Ask questions to ascertain the truth.
Realize.
They realize. They realize the truth. They realize the truth after much thought.
Definition of realizes.
Become fully aware of something as a fact.
Reason.
We reason. We reason through the problem. We reason through the problem logically.
Definition of reasons.
Think, understand, and form judgments by a process of logic.
Recollect.
You recollect. You recollect the events. You recollect the events of the day.
Definition of recollects.
Remember something, call to mind.
Review.
I review. I review the document. I review the document carefully.
Definition of reviews.
Examine or assess something formally with the possibility of instituting change if necessary.
Scrutinize.
She scrutinizes. She scrutinizes the details. She scrutinizes the details of the report.
Definition of scrutinizes.
Examine or inspect closely and thoroughly.
Speculate.
He speculates. He speculates about the future. He speculates about the future of the economy.
Definition of speculates.
Form a theory or conjecture about a subject without firm evidence.
Study.
They study. They study the material. They study the material for the test.
Definition of studies.
Devote time and attention to acquiring knowledge on a subject.
Survey.
We survey. We survey the land. We survey the land for construction.
Definition of surveys.
Examine and record the area and features of an area of land to construct a map, plan, or description.
Think.
You think. You think about the problem. You think about the problem constantly.
Definition of thinks.
Have a particular opinion, belief, or idea about someone or something.
Visualize.
She visualizes. She visualizes her success. She visualizes her success every day.
Definition of visualizes.
Form a mental image of something. Imagine.
Wonder.
He wonders. He wonders about the universe. He wonders about the universe's mysteries.
Definition of wonders.
Desire or be curious to know something.
Differentiate.
He differentiates. He differentiates the products. He differentiates the products based on features.
Definition of differentiates.
Recognize or ascertain what makes something different.
Accept.
She accepts. She accepts the challenge. She accepts the challenge with determination.
Definition of accepts.
Consent to receive or undertake something offered.
Adapt.
He adapts. He adapts to change. He adapts to change quickly.
Definition of adapts.
Make suitable for a new use or purpose. Modify.
Advocate.
They advocate. They advocate for rights. They advocate for human rights.
Definition of advocates.
Publicly recommend or support.
Acknowledge.
We acknowledge. We acknowledge the effort. We acknowledge the effort of the team.
Definition of acknowledges.
Recognize the importance or quality of something.
Articulate.
I articulate. I articulate my thoughts. I articulate my thoughts clearly.
Definition of articulates.
Express an idea or feeling fluently and coherently.
Aspire.
She aspires. She aspires to greatness. She aspires to greatness in her field.
Definition of aspires.
Direct one's hopes or ambitions towards achieving something.
Assume.
He assumes. He assumes the role. He assumes the role of leader.
Definition of assumes.
Take on a responsibility or role.
Attempt.
They attempt. They attempt the task. They attempt the task with enthusiasm.
Definition of attempts.
Make an effort to achieve or complete something.
Balance.
We balance. We balance our time. We balance our time between work and play.
Definition of balances.
Keep or put something in a steady position so that it does not fall.
Believe.
You believe. You believe in yourself. You believe in yourself and your abilities.
Definition of believes.
Accept something as true. Feel sure of the truth.
Boost.
I boost. I boost my confidence. I boost my confidence by preparing.
Definition of boosts.
Help or encourage something to increase or improve.
Calculate.
She calculates. She calculates the cost. She calculates the cost of the project.
Definition of calculates.
Determine the amount or number of something mathematically.
Capture.
He captures. He captures the moment. He captures the moment perfectly.
Definition of captures.
Record accurately in words or pictures.
Clarify.
They clarify. They clarify the rules. They clarify the rules for everyone.
Definition of clarifies.
Make a statement or situation less confused and more comprehensible.
Collaborate.
We collaborate. We collaborate on projects. We collaborate on projects successfully.
Definition of collaborates.
Work jointly on an activity or project.
Commend.
You commend. You commend the effort. You commend the effort of the volunteers.
Definition of commends.
Praise formally or officially.
Commit.
I commit. I commit to learning. I commit to learning new skills.
Definition of commits.
Pledge or bind to a certain course or policy.
Communicate.
She communicates. She communicates effectively. She communicates effectively with her team.
Definition of communicates.
Share or exchange information, news, or ideas.
Compare.
He compares. He compares the options. He compares the options carefully.
Definition of compares.
Estimate, measure, or note the similarity or dissimilarity between.
Conclude.
They conclude. They conclude the meeting. They conclude the meeting with a summary.
Definition of concludes.
Bring something to an end.
Confirm.
We confirm. We confirm the details. We confirm the details of the plan.
Definition of confirms.
Establish the truth or correctness of something.
Construct.
You construct. You construct a model. You construct a model for the project.
Definition of constructs.
Build or erect something.
Contribute.
I contribute. I contribute ideas. I contribute ideas to the team.
Definition of contributes.
Give something in order to help achieve or provide something.
Convey.
She conveys. She conveys her thoughts. She conveys her thoughts clearly.
Definition of conveys.
Communicate a message or information.
Coordinate.
He coordinates. He coordinates the event. He coordinates the event logistics.
Definition of coordinates.
Organize the different elements of a complex activity or organization.
Create.
They create. They create a plan. They create a plan together.
Definition of creates.
Bring something into existence.
Decide.
We decide. We decide the next steps. We decide the next steps carefully.
Definition of decides.
Come to a resolution in the mind.
Define.
You define. You define the terms. You define the terms clearly.
Definition of defines.
State or describe exactly the nature, scope, or meaning of.
Demonstrate.
I demonstrate. I demonstrate the process. I demonstrate the process step by step.
Definition of demonstrates.
Clearly show the existence or truth of something by giving proof or evidence.
Thank you for watching till the end.